Exodus, Gods and Kings is a cinematic retelling of the biblical story of Moses, set against the backdrop of ancient Egypt. Directed by Ridley Scott, the film is a grand portrayal of one of history's most iconic figures and his quest to free the Hebrew people from slavery. The film begins in 1300 BC, where we find Moses, played by Christian Bale, and Ramses, played by Joel Edgerton, raised together as close as brothers in the Egyptian royal family. Moses is a skilled general and a man of strong principles, while Ramses is the son of Pharaoh Seti I and the heir to the throne of Egypt. Their bond, however, is complicated by their differing statuses and the expectations placed upon Ramses as the future pharaoh. During a battle with the Hittites, a prophecy is revealed stating that a leader will be saved, and that savior will become a leader. During the battle, Moses saves Ramses' life, unwittingly fulfilling part of this prophecy and sowing seeds of doubt and jealousy in Ramses' heart. After the battle, Moses is sent to the city of Pithom, where he witnesses the harsh treatment of the Hebrew slaves. Here, he encounters Nun, played by Ben Kingsley, who reveals to Moses his true heritage as a Hebrew and the story of how he was saved as a baby from the Pharaoh's decree to kill all newborn Hebrew boys. This revelation shakes Moses to his core, challenging his identity and his loyalties. Moses initially struggles with this new understanding of his origins, but the turning point comes when God appears to him in the form of a child at the side of the burning bush. God commands Moses to free the Hebrews from slavery and lead them to the promised land. This divine encounter transforms Moses, imbuing him with a sense of destiny and purpose. Moses returns to Ramses, now Pharaoh after Seti's death, to demand the freedom of the Hebrews. Ramses, hardened by power and fear of losing his kingdom, refuses. This defiance against God's will leads to the infamous 10 plagues that devastate Egypt. The Nile turns to blood, plagues of frogs, lice, and flies infest the land, livestock dies, boils afflict the Egyptians, storms of hail and fire rage, locusts devour crops, and darkness covers Egypt. As the plagues ravage Egypt, the relationship between Moses and Ramses deteriorates into enmity. Ramses, stubborn and unwilling to yield, watches his kingdom crumble under the wrath of God. The turning point comes with the final and most devastating plague, the death of the firstborn. In a night of horror, the firstborn of every Egyptian family dies, including Ramses' own son. The pain and loss finally break Ramses' resolve, and he reluctantly agrees to let the Hebrew people go. Moses, now a leader and prophet, guides the thousands of Hebrews out of Egypt. However, Ramses, consumed by grief and rage, quickly regrets his decision and leads his army in pursuit of the fleeing Hebrews. This leads to one of the film's most dramatic scenes, the parting of the Red Sea. Moses, with faith in God's guidance, leads his people through the miraculously parted sea. As the Egyptians pursue them, the waters crash back down, engulfing Ramses' army and marking the final act of divine intervention that ensures the Hebrews escape. The film then briefly touches on the aftermath of the Exodus. The Hebrews wander in the desert, facing the challenges of their newfound freedom. Moses is seen carving the 10 Commandments, a set of laws given by God, which become the moral and legal foundation of the Hebrew people. Throughout this journey, Exodus, Gods and Kings explores themes of faith, identity, and destiny. Moses is portrayed not only as a religious figure but also as a complex character, struggling with self-doubt and the weight of his mission. His transformation from a prince of Egypt to the leader of the Hebrews is a central focus of the film. The relationship between Moses and Ramses is a key element, showcasing a tragic downfall from brotherly love to rivalry and enmity. Ridley Scott's depiction of ancient Egypt is grand and visually stunning, with massive sets, intricate costumes, and epic battle scenes. However, the film also faced criticism for its deviations from the biblical narrative and historical accuracy, as well as for the casting of predominantly white actors in Middle Eastern roles. In the end, Exodus, Gods and Kings is a story of liberation and faith, of a people's journey to freedom under the guidance of a leader who finds his true calling in the service of a higher purpose. It's a tale that blends historical epic with spiritual drama, inviting viewers to reflect on the enduring power of the Exodus story.